Howdy folks, I'm Mama B and today we're going to felt the Easter Bunny. I know this is kind of silly, but I mean it literally. My daughter was coming home for Easter, hit a rabbit on the road Easter morning at like 12:15 a.m. and this is some of the fur that was stuck on her car. And she said, "Mom, I feel so bad. Will you build an Easter Bunny?" So we're going to use this and some pretty wool, and we're going to turn this into the Easter Bunny. So we're going to start with a piece of wool, and I'm going to just tuck this bunny fur right inside deep. So, did the Easter Bunny come? I hope it did for you. All right. We're just going to start by watching out for my fingers. Felting this all together nice and tight. It's pretty loose right now. We're just gonna work it until it gets a little bit tighter. Kind of want to leave this loose because I can see here are some ears and the nose. And I might be wrong, we might have to add some to it, but I think that we can do this Easter Bunny all in this one piece. And it's a great color for a rabbit because it's got very natural colors to it. We don't need anything really big either. Mostly just doing a loose job right now, kind of estimating where I want this to be. And then we'll shape it up a little bit more as we go. Get those ears to lay the way I want them to, because I want them to be a little forward facing. And normally with needle felting, you build different parts. So like we'd build the face, we'd build the ears, and then we'd attach the ears to the face, and then we'd build the body, or build the body and then, but we're just kind of throwing this together real fast because it's going to be tiny, and I think it's just going to work. Like sometimes things do that. Sometimes things just come together for you, you know? And a lot of times, if you can see it, you can achieve it. So like I said, we might not have enough wool here to really build, like we might have to add a little bit to the face, but might not have to either. We'll see. Because you can see it's kind of coming together. I do have fun doing it. If you haven't tried it, you might want to because it's pretty neat. Trying to get this ear shaped the way I want it to. That was my finger, my thumb, to be precise. Keep your fingers and thumbs outside of the right at all times. Keep them out of the needles, folks, because these needles are sharp and unbiased. I do love when I start a project and it gets inspired. You can have so much fun with this stuff, and the more detail you put into it, the more amazing that it can be. I think those ears are a bit big for what we're dealing with here, and I thought they wouldn't be enough. As you can see, you just keep stabbing at it, and eventually it becomes what you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to keep working with this, but what I want to show you next is putting in the eyes. And this might be a little bit rushed, but I just kind of wanted to share with you mostly this story. If you were missing the Easter Bunny, we know why. We know why. So those are my eyes. And you just take the awl, decide where you want those eyes to be. I like to put a good little hole there because it's kind of tricky to work them in. Well, that one went in probably easier than any eye I've ever put in. This one's not going to. I think it has to do with the angle that you're putting it in. I don't want it there anyway, it's too close or too far back. Let's try that again. Wiggle it around, see if we can keep that hole open. This is what it's usually like, folks. It doesn't want to go in. We'll work with that a little bit. There we go. I think she's gonna like this. Tuck these ears down a little bit. Get them shaped a little bit more like I like. I think I'm going to add a little bit more fur to the body because we want it to be a cute fat bunny. So a little bit more wool here. I'm liking how that face turned out though. Okay. Then we're going to do a little tail. I think that's a cute bunny. And proportionately, this might be too big of a tail for this bunny, but you know what? For me, Peter Cottontail is all about the tail. We're going to roll that in a little bit more because it doesn't want to pull off. And this is, after all, Peter Cottontail, or as we call him around here, Peter Cotton the tail lights. That was my son's joke, because of course, you know, gotta give her a little bit of a problem with it. A little bit of harassment. When you think you got a lot of wiggle room and you're safe to stab that needle, that's when it gets you the worst. But you can see how we just sort of shape that all together. I'm trying to find hind legs here just a little bit. Because when a bunny sits all fat, you can tell it's got hind legs, but it doesn't really take away from the ball, if you know what I mean. All right. Got a little face, a little more bunny-like, a little more, you know, I think I'm going to put a pink little nose on there. Anyway, do us a favor and let us know in the comments below if the Easter Bunny came to your house this year, because it would make her feel better to know that he survived. She was driving down the freeway, could not stop, could not swerve, and she was devastated, really. So let us know in the comments below if the Easter Bunny came to your house on March 31st, 2024, because it will comfort her to know that she didn't kill that little rabbit. All right, I've got this pink. I feel like it's just a little bit too pink. So I'm going to try and mix it with some of my white. I haven't done a lot of this before, the mixing part, so this will be kind of fun to try. Might be quite a bit too much. It's just a teeny tiny rabbit nose. Doesn't have to be a lot. All right. Teeny tiny is also where it gets you. See how that all kind of tucks in though. Key is putting it where you want it. All right, now Peter Caught in the Taillights has a pink nose. Shape that face a little bit more. Right now I'm just giving it a little bit of a flatter surface for it to lay on. Ooh, got my finger again. All right, so for all intents and purposes of this video, this is our Easter bunny. I will probably work with it just a little bit more. Okay, I decided to add front legs. So what I did, I just took a piece of wool and kind of needle felted it until it was kind of a little bit of a roll. Just kind of twisted it onto itself. A lot of that. And this side's soft and that side's kind of compact. And then I just worked it on. So I'm going to show you on this one how I do that. We're just going to punch those extra furs in where they belong. Continuing to make that shape of that little rabbit. Working it into place. You can see it's that easy, that quick. Cute little Easter bunny. Folks, thanks for watching our videos. Have a fantastic day.